Good morning everyone. In this video I will be telling you about database management system and myself is Ms. Surbi Saroha. So coming to the syllabus part of it, in this I will be discussing what is DBMS and three-level architecture of DBMS, that is database management system. Now what is database? The database is a collection of interrelated data. Now what do you mean by interrelated? Interrelated means that is related to each other, fine, which is used to retrieve. Retrieve is to get, insert is to put, and delete is to erase the data efficiently. It is also used to organize the data in the form of table, schema, view and report, etc. If you have listened to my previous videos, I have discussed that database is a table basically which consists of rows and columns, and there is a schema. Schema is the heading of those tables, right? Or you may say the columns. And view, how to view it, and reports is how to fetch that data. You get the final resultant of that report, right? For example, the college database organizes the data about the admin, staff, student and faculty, etc. So they say the database, if I talk about a college, so it's consists of all these things, right? Using the database you can easily retrieve, insert, delete the information. So that's the main use of database. Now what is the characteristics of DBMS? It uses a digital repository established on a server to store and manage the information. It can provide a clear and logical view of the process that manipulates data. DBMS contains automatic backup and recovery procedures. It contains ACID property. Now what is this ACID property? I will be discussing in further lectures. It will come in the last unit of yours. Okay, so just this is for normalization basically. Atomicity, consistency, isolation and durability. This is the full form of ACID. So that much only I will explain you in detail. I will explain afterwards. Which maintain data in a healthy state in case of failure. It can reduce the complex relationship between data. It is used to support manipulation and processing of data. It is used to provide security of data. It can view the database from different viewpoints according to the requirements of the user. Coming to the next part, that is advantages of DBMS. Now these are the advantages. See, previously the file system was there. What do you mean by file system? That everything was noted down manually. Everything was written down in a register, right? But now DBMS in a table form, the data is being recorded in a in computers. So it is like control database redundancy. Now it controls redundancy. What do you mean by redundancy? Redundancy means duplicacy. So it controls the duplicacy of data. Okay, so it can control data redundancy because it stores all the data in one single database file, and that records data in place in the database. Data sharing in DBMS, the authorized users of an organization can share the data among multiple users. Easily maintenance, it can be easily maintainable due to the centralized nature of the database system. Reduce time, it reduces development time and maintenance need. Backup, it provides backup and recovery subsystem which create automatic backup of data from hardware and software failures and stores the data if required. Multiple user interface, it provides different types of user interface like graphical user interfaces, application program interfaces. Coming to the disadvantages of DBMS, that is cost of hardware and software. It requires a high speed of data processors and large memory size to run DBMS software, so there is a high cost in that. Then size, it requires a large space of disk and large memory to run them efficiently. Complexity, database system creates additional complexity and requirements. Higher impact of failure. Failure is highly impacted the database because in the most of the organization all the data stored in a single database, and if the database is damaged due to electric failure or database corruption, then the data may be lost forever. So there is no backup as such, right? Now coming to the next part of this, that is the three-level architecture of DBMS. Now schema architecture. Basically, before I explain this, I want to show you this diagram first of all. See, basically our database is divided into this way. One is the external level, you can see on the very top, that is the external schema is there on the external level. So there is a connection with the external schema or external level. In the conceptual level you can see this is the external conceptual mapping is there. Then there is a in between, there is a conceptual level, and in this conceptual level there is a conceptual schema there. Then there is internal level, and in the internal level there is internal schema, there's a conceptual internal mapping is there, and finally in the internal level there is a database. So this is the 3-level architecture. Why it's called 3 level? Because they have external level, conceptual level, and internal level. So there are 3 levels. So that is known as, and why it's 3-level schema? Because with the levels we have external schema, conceptual schema, and internal schema. Fine. Now I explain the theoretical part of it. Then you can relate now. 3 schema architecture. The 3 schema architecture is also called an ANSI SPARC architecture or 3-level architecture. This framework is used to describe the structure of a specific database system. The 3 schema architecture is also used to separate the user application and physical database. The 3 schema architecture contains 3 levels. It breaks the database down into 3 different categories. In the above diagram, now they're explaining the diagram. It shows the DBMS architecture. Mapping is used to transfer the request and response between various database levels of architecture. Mapping is not good for small DBMS because it takes more time. In external conceptual mapping, it is necessary to transform the request from external level to conceptual schema. In conceptual internal mapping, DBMS transfers the request from the conceptual to internal level. Now explaining all the 3 levels in detail. One is internal level. The internal level has an internal schema which describes the physical storage structure of the database. The internal schema is also known as physical schema. It uses the physical data model. It is used to define that how the data will be stored in a block. The physical level is used to describe complex low-level data structures and details. Coming to the next part, that is next level, that is conceptual level. The conceptual schema describes the design of a database at a conceptual level. Conceptual level is also known as logical level. Now this is known as logical level. Physical level was known as the internal level, right? The conceptual schema describes the structure of the whole database. The conceptual level describes what data are to be stored in the database and also describes what relationship exists amongst those data. In the conceptual level, internal details such as an implementation of the data structure are hidden. Programmers and database administrators works at this level. Now the programmers and database works at this conceptual level. Coming to last level, that is external level. So what it says is all the external level or database contains several schemas that sometimes called a sub-schema. The sub-schema is used to describe the different views of the database. An external schema is also known as view schema. Each view schema describes the database part that a particular user group is interested and hides the remaining database from that user group. The view schema describes the end user interaction and database system. So now you came to know all these 3 schemas, this level. This is an important question. It comes in exam basically. The 3-level architecture of DBMS. So this is internal level, and this diagram is very important. So external level is there, conceptual level there is, internal level is there. Internal level is the innermost level. Fine. So with this I say thank you, and yes, this PPT is available on SlideShare, so you can easily go there and download it from there. Thank you and have a nice day. Thank you.